What's up, money growers? Jacob back here with another video to give you guys a hell of a good one today, okay? This is going to be about how I remove not one, not two, not even three, but 7 hard inquiries from Experian in under 10 minutes. I'm going to show you guys how I did this, okay? So this happened when I was car shopping, and actually this is only my second time ever buying a car from a dealership here in Las Vegas where I live. And I'm actually going to cover up their inquiries. I mean, they're counted in this, but I'm not going to give you guys the names. I don't want to help those fucking dealerships. So, not always the best experience going through a dealership. But guys, go ahead and subscribe to the channel because it's a lot of good stuff coming on here, and I appreciate a lot of you guys in the comment section being so active. So today's going to be a good one because you guys are going to get to learn from my experience. Okay. So it's only the second time I've ever bought a car from a dealership in my life, actually. And it happened at a time when, you know, my other car was totaled. I was actually flying back and forth to California 3 times in 6 weeks, 2 of them for funerals. Had quite a few different things going on there for a while. It was one of those things in life where it's like when it rains, it pours. So I was renting a car, went out, was car shopping, that kind of thing, ended up buying a vehicle. But, you know, and it was kind of a hectic time. And I actually did this backwards where the dealership shopped the hell out of my credit. Then I tried to get approved approval for a loan from Navy Federal, and they denied me. And part of the reasons one of the reps goes, yeah, it goes probably because you had all those inquiries from the dealership. So I went back later, as you guys are going to see, disputed these inquiries, got them off my damn report, and you guys are going to see how many I got. Now, Experian does give you guys a little bit of good info here about removing hard inquiries and just general info and that kind of thing. Reading this kind of stuff can be helpful. It's a pretty straightforward process to get them removed with Experian. Easier than Transunion, and that's easier than Equifax. Equifax is probably the hardest. But I mean, until you like actually have to remove a hard inquiry yourself, or go through the process, like, you know, you can read about it, but going through it's really not as bad as it may seem. It's just kind of unknown for people who've never been through it. So what I did was I called Experian, and this time I just called, I went to their fraud departments, and maybe I called the dispute line directly this time, because the first time I had to go bounce around between customer service and get transferred. This time I think I just called the dispute line directly and told them about all these inquiries I had from the dealership here. And I was like, yeah, dude, they didn't say they're going to do this on my credit. You know, they didn't tell me this when they were trying to give me an interest rate. So I was like, I had no idea they're going to hit this many places. And most of the ones they hit me for on the hard pull were Experian, actually. So I think I had 1 or 2 TransUnion, which is funny because Navy Federal usually pulls TransUnion. But you're going to see I had most of these on Experian. Is where I had definitely the most of these inquiries. So we're going to go through this here, and I'm going to click over here and show you guys actually my account, and we're going to get to look at it. So here's what we're looking at right here, okay? Here's some of them right here. There's 2 more below here, the names of the dealerships. Like I said, I'm not going to help those fucking guys get any promo here because, dude, every time I car shop at a dealership, it's kind of fun because it's like, they're going to try to screw you, and they did try to screw me, but I like to go in there and play a little hardball with them and, make it a little bit of a challenge for them. So it's kind of fun, but it's also just kind of annoying at the same time. So this is some of the inquiries we had, right? So you have Capital One on the 6th, right? JP Morgan Chase on the 6th, all on the same date on the 6th. I went to 2 dealerships on 2 different days, and one of them, like, they ran the credit, and like over the next couple of days, I kept getting even more inquiries. I was getting so many notifications for inquiries on my credit report. I was like, what in the hell? And even I remember going to the guy later at one of the dealerships, like, dude, you didn't tell me you're going to do all of that. He's like, oh, man, we have to get you the best rate. Like, you didn't say you're going to go to that many freaking lenders and do that. He's like, well, don't worry, it'll all consolidate later to 1 inquiry and you'll be fine. But I still went ahead and had them removed. So we have some of them right here. Okay, so here's 4 plus a couple more below. And then we look here, you'll see we have October 7th, October 7th, October 9th, and we've got a few more right here. So over this stretch of time was I was getting hit with a whole bunch of these inquiries. So we're on page 5 of my notifications for Experian. So we go to page 4 here. Now we look at this kind of thing here. Now if we're looking at page 4, you guys can still see, well, this is nice. They said sex offender registry. Someone in the area is registered sex offender near me. That's cool. Good they tell you, though. But you guys look. So this is when it was later, after I got everything set up. Things had kind of calmed down a little bit in my life. I was done going to funerals and doing that kind of thing. I just started disputing these. So I called Experian, set up these disputes. So, some other stuff had happened between then. This is actually when I got approved for my Chase Freedom Flex card. that they initially thought I wasn't going to get approved, and I called them, verified, and they approved me. So this part was cool. But you guys can see here it is, right? So here I'm like, all right, dispute opened up, dispute opened up, dispute opened. I just told Experian, I was like, dude, all these ones I did not approve as like these are not cool to have on my account. So these need to be removed. So they went ahead and did it. The whole thing probably took less than the whole phone call was about 15 minutes, because even afterwards I stopped and I was talking to the guy a little bit about other stuff about credit, but I was on hold a little bit in the beginning. But from the time I actually spoke to the rep, less than 10 minutes. And he goes, yeah, man, this is immediate when we do this. And it was. So less than 10 minutes, like that's how long it took to get all of this handled. So on November 11th, I started disputing. Told them, I said, man, dispute these. I want these gone, okay? So there we are. So I'll go to the next page here. And look at it. See, dispute open, dispute open, dispute open, dispute open. It's all November 11th. Everything is still November 11th, right? So November 11th, dispute opened. And here we are, November 11th, inquiry dispute updated. Immediately, this was done. These two are from the dealerships, like I said, that I'm not going to name. But right here, so if you look at this, dispute updated, this item has been removed from your credit report. Bam. Capital One Auto, removed. What do we got here? This one, removed. JP Morgan Chase Bank. Right here. Who is this? Bank of America, removed. U.S. Bank of the West, removed. So that's what? Looking here. So we've updated. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we'll go to the next page here. This is some other stuff. All right, scroll down here. This is the fraud alert that was accidentally placed on my account from TransUnion. That was fun. I had to get that removed from all three of the bureaus, and I've done videos on that. And then here we go right here. So inquiry, dispute, updated, and removes. This is number 7 right here, U.S. Bank Dealer Service. So it's 7 of them removed. This one here just says the results are ready. So this is all, look, November 11th, all the same day, right? Updated, got the results. Same days when I put in the disputes for this. Dispute open November 11th, dispute updated November 11th, and done, just like that. So call them. Go through the dispute resolution center. If some dealership does this, or a landlord you were looking at maybe living there and you didn't want to, or you decided not to, the landlord ran your credit anyway. Whatever you have to do, or whatever the situation may be, or you need to dispute something like this on Experian, especially, go ahead and do it. Go ahead, do it. They may say something about you need to follow up and file a police report. They may, they're going to obviously ask for you to confirm your identity over the phone. They're going to ask you some questions and that kind of thing. But, I mean, if you get hit with something like this, especially that you weren't expecting, definitely worth it to take less than 10 minutes to get on the phone and actually dispute these. So here's the proof. These are disputed in the same day, resolved in the same day, and removed in the same day. So hopefully this was helpful for you guys. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. Always more stuff to talk about on here in the future. I appreciate you guys taking a little bit of your time to come watch this video. I do what I can to help you out. Welcome to the channel, and until next time, keep growing your money.